Hello and welcome to the debrief. I'm in a car with Akmal and regular Bradford Oaks. Hello. Travelling to Garfield. How are you, Akmal?
I'm good. I'm regular in certain circles.
Yeah.
But because I don't have the home ground advantage. Brad is the
Yes, I am. Hello, it's me. I'm in the back.
Yes.
This time it's a
he's a regular.
It's a status thing. I was lucky to get in the car.
Yes. At our age, it's difficult to be a regular.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I actually said that to my doctor today about. He said you're going to have iron tablets. One of the side effects could be constipation. I said, see, I worry about that. I reckon if they do autopsies on active shooters,
Yes.
they'll find out that they're constipated.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing worse.
That's why they're so angry.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Well, maybe diarrhea is worse. I don't know if you.
Yeah, but you wouldn't go shooting people when you had diarrhea.
You couldn't.
No.
Well, you could give it a go. Would add to the fun. You can shoot from both ends.
This is the comedy that people of Garfield are getting, guys.
That's right. It's just a warm up.
Pretty hard, pretty easy to track them down.
Yeah, of
Follow the
course.
trail.
Yeah. If you have the hound dogs, we'll just follow that. Yeah. So we're doing this gig. I haven't done this gig before, but obviously
We
Dave-
have, yeah, it's great. We do about once a month, and I tell you, the audiences are fantastic, aren't they, Brad? They're up for anything. They're great.
Absolutely lovely.
That's
So
right.
pleased you came down because it's a bit of a tree / sea change trip, isn't it? You know, a lot of people who live down here but commute up to the smoke in the daytime. They love living down here,
They do.
so they're very happy we came down.
And I think people appreciate the fact that we have driven a long way to make them laugh.
It's true.
They do appreciate it. It's not just across the road. We're not doing it by phone or Zoom. We're actually using up petrol and time.
They're blasé in the big cities, definitely blasé.
They're spoiled.
Yeah,
That's what it is. But they're very appreciative here in the country, and I'm looking forward to
I
it.
wouldn't move here.
Oh, no, it's a shithole. Yeah. So, I wouldn't live here.
Where are you living now, Akmal?
I'm living in a place called Rosebank, which is it's in sort of in the northern rivers of New South Wales. It's really pretty, and we got wallabies and koalas and all sorts of goodies.
Plenty of tucker.
Plenty of stuff to eat. You never go hungry. When World War III starts, we're going to be fine.
That's what it is. You're a prepper. I thought so.
That's right. We got Lebanese cucumbers growing, and we got native animals to
eat.
barbecue.
And you've been doing a lot of gigs, I assume, Akmal.
Yeah, I've been working lots actually. I've been doing a lot of gigs in Queensland, but these gigs I don't often work with my fellow comedians often, but I enjoy these the most because there's a sense of camaraderie, you know.
Yes,
It's
even
like-
if it's bad.
Even if it's bad, it's like we're in the trenches. We're going to war together, and one of us may not make it. One of us may die, and you know. But we will support them regardless.
But it'd be funny if I don't do the podcast on the way back. The audience can assume that I finally didn't make it.
I wonder why Brad's not
He
talking.
left in Garfield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but being a solo comic's often, I always say it's like being a stripper. You turn up, and the guy goes, "Oh yeah, you can go into that toilet and you get changed, or you're like, you know, do you want a meal or
Do you want a meal? I get
do you
that.
want a meal? Do you want a meal?"
And
It's
look,
like, nah.
and I've noticed over the years, you're treated well or not well according to how many people you've pulled.
Yes.
So if I've done well,
Oh, yeah.
there's sandwiches, and there's beers, and there's lots of drinks and stuff. If I haven't done well, they go, "Oh, yeah, here's a food voucher."
I found even having done well, the manager doesn't turn up.
Yeah.
Like, no, Gary couldn't make it. He had something on, so I'm the assistant manager. I'm looking after you tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you know, we broke even tonight. But good on you. Thanks for coming.
oh. And
It's a
corporate
sad
gigs,
world.
they're a different thing again. I did one on Saturday night for an abattoir workers in
Oh yeah.
Geelong.
Man,
No, they were good, but
were they?
yeah, they were good. Well, the guy goes, "We're just the white collar crew from the." I go, "So you don't chop up animals?" He goes, "Oh no, we help out if needed. We're always on the floor."
Oh yeah.
Cool.
That's right. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think people would be there'd be more vegetarians if you had to do the slaughtering yourself.
Oh, definitely.
Well, yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, no. I think that.
It's an advantage for you.
I think if they said to me, you can do all the naughty animals, I'd be happy with that. I'd see myself as some kind of religious punisher.
What do you mean the naughty animals?
Well, say a cow that bit someone.
Oh, yeah, then it deserves it. Yeah.
I said that to her. I was going out with this girl who's a vegan in Sydney.
Yeah.
And she said, I don't eat animals. And I said, I only eat the ones that have done something wrong.
Yeah.
She didn't think it was very funny at all.
Yeah.
Nah, they're known for their sense of humour, bro.
She had beautiful skin.
No, but the abattoir people were good. They laughed. And
They were good. I mean, it's a classic. Was in a surf club in Anglesey on the beach and standing around, and I was on before the Elvis impersonator.
well, that's always good.
Yeah, and just there was a bit of talking, but they were very. He said the boss said, "Look, they're white collar, but they're very blue collar."
Yeah.
So you could swear, you could do anything, pick
That's
on
good,
them.
and it went well.
Yeah. It went
look,
well.
Can I just take you back there for the listeners where you said you went on first and there was an Elvis impersonator. So you opened for an Elvis impersonator.
Yes.
You're the
support for
You're the
Elvis.
support for Elvis, but not real Elvis.
Yeah.
Someone pretending to be Elvis.
I should have said a Dave O'Neill impersonator down there.
Yeah. I had to follow a comedian impersonator when I supported him. So no. But look, it's funny. how
You do those gigs, don't you, Akmal?
Oh yeah,
That's fine.
I do. I do. I am not away from doing the shit gigs. I did one, and look, I don't want to generalize because I was curious to know what the abattoir people were like, and I'm relieved that you had a good night. But I've had consistently bad shows with a particular profession.
Real estate?
Yes.
Yeah.
My good, that was quick.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Man, and it was because I've been doing this for 30 years, and it's been so consistently the way.
I've done
It's so
some.
dumb.
Oh mate, I've done a few. I've done a lot of real estate gigs too, and they're either really good or just complete shit.
I've never had really good. I've just scraped home, but
You've got to strategize, right? You've got to say to them, I did this with a whole lot of mortgage brokers when I wasn't getting good reaction.
yeah.
And I said to them, I should point out I'm actually in the market for a home loan.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they
So you
started
turn them on each other.
No, well that's what real estate agents. You say to them, I'm looking for a place. I don't know what I want. Maybe you want to talk to me afterwards. Don't hang on every word.
Well,
Yeah.
I did Hocking Stewart in the Plaza Ballroom at the Regent downstairs, the big room.
Ooh.
And they had no dance floor, which was good. There was like 400 or 500. And I had to MC with the CEO their awards. And the CEO goes, they're not going to listen to a word we say. I said, no, mate, I'll have a crack. Because they're all Melbourne people.
You always think you can win them over.
Yeah. And I went out there and did 5 minutes as comedy to no one.
Yeah.
I just look at him. He's like, yeah, let's just do it, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's good when they understand, right?
Oh, he got it. He
Yeah.
knew it was going to be shit.
But I did a gig for real estate. It was like their big annual thing, and they were paying really well. And there's always more pressure.
Yes.
If they pay shit money, you go, well, I'll just do my best.
Yeah.
But they're putting me up in a really nice hotel, and they picked me up by limo, and I thought, man, they think maybe they got me confused with someone else, and they would go, oh, we want to hide you because you're a surprise.
I hate that.
Don't you? It's because I'm not sure that
We've got Carl Akmal on.
Yeah. Akmal Baron.
Simone.
and they go, we're going to hide you because you're a big surprise. And I thought I got a bad feeling on this one. And there was a guy called, I don't know, you guys are old enough to remember Frankie J. Holden.
Yeah.
Right? So
All
he was-
55.
That's right. He's a lovely guy.
Lovely guy.
He was the MC. And he said the exact same thing. He comes off, he goes, oh, mate, I try to get him to shut up, even for the CEO, and they just wouldn't. Oh, I don't know, man. But you'll get him, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And I just went on, and they weren't even turning around to look at me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, rude.
And I get
Rude.
off, and the change in attitude from "we love you, you're a big surprise" to "oh God,
Oh.
we've been doing this long."
You're shit.
You're
Yeah,
shit.
I hate
But
it.
I went back to this 5-star hotel. It felt like I'd been bashed,
Yeah.
but I was in their jacuzzi going, "Fuck them."
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use up all their minibar, which they were paying for.
Well, they didn't try to make it good for you. You know what I mean? Like it's.
But they just didn't. They didn't like me. They just didn't get my humor, or they weren't even. I think they were drunk and they were
weren't even
arrogant.
listening. Yeah.
They were arrogant.
I had it even worse because I had real estate and racing industry
Oh, racing industry are hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and combined. It was kind of like all the real estate people who are into the racing industry or vice versa.
Oh,
And
it's like heart disease
I-
and cancer together.
I got them for about I got them for about 7 minutes, and then as soon as a couple of the lead ones, just went, that's enough. That was the end of me.
Yeah.
But at least I got through it because I'd had that 7 minutes of
Yeah, good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Remember
mate.
remember back then? Let's not think of the bad times. Let's do those 7 minutes again.
Well, at least there's some proof that
I'm
could
funny.
do it, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's
man.
hard
'Cause
work.
you know, a real common cliche in our industry is never blame the audience. That's bullshit.
You can sometimes.
I think you can a lot of
At
times.
those gigs, you can.
Yeah, if it's badly set up, if the sound is
The
shit,
physical surroundings are important. Yeah.
It's surroundings.
Yeah, but it's like the Ten Commandments. There's a bit of that missing, which is never blame the audience if it is your fault.
Oh yeah,
really
you
what
got to
it is.
distinguish.
Yeah.
There are idiots who do it, who just die in the ass and get off and go, I thought that was great. Really?
Yeah, I know.
Which show are you at?
Deluded.
Mental disease.
There, I've seen a lot of people
I've
do.
seen that over the years too.
Yeah,
Delusion. Anyway, we're off to Garfield. Keep listening because we'll do the gig and we'll get back in the car. We'll let you know how it went.
Yeah.
Akmal's with me and Brad Oaks.
Hope we all make it.
Yeah, out alive.
Yes. If you don't hear from us again, then things have gone horribly wrong. Call someone. Call some.
We lost a good man that day.
Yes.
Lots of good.
I got a bad feeling on this one.
All right, you're back on the debrief, sitting in the car, driving home from Garfield.
Yes.
Pretty good, wasn't it, Akmal?
We survived. We came, we saw, we did jokes.
But hang on, where's Brad?
I'm here.
Oh, he's here!
Yes.
I thought we forgot him there for a minute because he's been quiet. He's always kind of suspiciously quiet after a good gig. I don't know why. It's like a big orgasm. You know when you have an orgasm, you need a bit of a nap.
Yes.
It's like that with Brad. He has a killer show, and now he needs to.
Yeah, I'm usually trying to find my car.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, no, it was a good gig. I mean, Garfield's featured on this podcast a bit, and it is a great. They're country people, but with a kind of a city, I don't know, vibe. I don't know. It's good.
Yeah, well, it's not. I mean, it's not a long way from the city, so they kind of still attached to reality and modernity, but they're good-hearted people who laughed at most of our jokes. There was a few sus moments there for me.
I think
we got through it.
I think I wasn't sure if you picked up on it, Akmal, but when Dave, by the time Dave brought me on, he discovered the dressage people in the audience,
Yeah,
and I was able to kind of take that up.
that's true. I think your first 10 minutes was improvised. It was very impressive.
It was mostly improv. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
kind of, and it was partly to do with the fact that that stage was 3 centimeters too high for my fat little knees to get up on.
Yeah, but you managed it eventually, and
I love doing that. You know, it's just. Did you hear the cheer when I got on stage?
Yeah, I heard that.
You know, it's almost like throw your crutches away.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's walking.
I can walk. Jesus, hell.
It's a miracle.
Yeah. But it was like, in a way, because they're all around you, and it wasn't a big audience. Well, it wasn't a big space, but there were. It was like being in someone's lounge room,
Yes.
and that kind of dictates a particular type of show. So you kind of more of a chat, really.
Laid back, casual.
It is. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, the dressage people were gold, and then because of course, dressage is very specific. And then sitting opposite them was Brendan, he said, "I'm a proper horse trainer.
Yeah.
He trains thoroughbreds."
Yeah.
So I suggested a fight between them, which went over well.
So, and you know, Brad, when you jumped over the stage,
Yeah.
they marked you out of 10.
I
I think you averaged a 6.
Not bad.
know. And then I lost points because I did a little bit of a poo.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
But it got a good laugh. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. You know, like people would say, well, that guy didn't win, but he was entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
He really looked like he was riding a horse for a while. Then.
Yes, the dressage. It's one of those it's like dressage is like fencing. You know, no one's ever rushed home to watch the dressage. No one ever said, I can't believe the dressage is on tonight. Let's rush home. I can't do anything at the dress. I'm going to watch the dressage.
No, but I bet you that people have been so stoned that they've watched the dressage with other people who are really stoned.
Yeah.
And it's like curling.
Yeah.
You can't take your eyes off it.
That's right.
But if you're looking at the cold hard light of day, you go, oh my God, that's nothing.
Yeah. It's like what is that Simpsons episode where Homer gives up drinking? and then he goes and watches baseball. And he goes, I never realized how boring this game is.
Well, it's like, I was at my sister's place the other day, and I was throwing the ball for her dog, and that dog was bringing the ball back, and I thought to myself, how is the dog still interested in this? I'm so over this.
No, that's the thing.
So how late into December do you do gigs, Akmal?
Well, it varies. Like around December, the actual fun gigs stop and the corporate gigs begin.
Christmas time.
You go, yeah, mate, we're gonna fit you in between the main meal and the entree. You better be fucking funny. And
it's Christmas time.
Yeah. I find as December gets later and later, the gigs get worse.
Yeah.
Just say a prayer.
People love to get pissed for Jesus.
They do.
They do. It's got nothing to do with
But I think too that there's this whole agenda, which is Christmas parties, where people, and I've said this for years, where people are going, you know what? I can't wait to the Christmas party. Finally have a crack at that girl from the
from accounts.
A Christmas crack.
Yeah, and then the girl who fixes the photocopier. I reckon she likes me.
Yeah.
And along comes Oaksy or Dave or Akmal going ha. And this guy's thinking, mate, I'm trying to pull here.
Yeah. Do you find in those gigs, corporate gigs, I get this question all the time. Must be half you blokes these days with all that PC woke bullshit. Do you get that?
Yeah.
People say that nearly every gig to me.
Yeah. We don't, because they think our act before the woke thing's been, oh fuck, I hate women.
Yeah. I just go, no, I do what I want. But I said I'm not offensive, so.
No, they're probably thinking that the old school
Rodney Rude
kind of comedy,
Yeah, but to be fair, we don't know what they do.
Yeah, true. Or how they behave at work.
No, I like that one when people go, you can't say anything anymore. You just go, that's rapidly not true.
Yeah, so not true.
It's like it's the equivalent, I think, of saying, well, you can't do 60 in a built-up area. Well, no, you can't. We've agreed upon that.
No, you're not allowed, but you can.
You can, exactly.
Theoretically,
there's consequences.
you can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's stop and kill someone.
Well, I was talking to Brad earlier about how Eddie Murphy's Delirious is a landmark stand-up.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, everyone knows it. Every comedian can recite that routine off by heart. But imagine him doing that now. He's like talking about faggots.
Yeah, there's a track called Faggots.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But none of it is a lot of stuff about hitting women. You remember, when you used to hit a woman and she would just take it? Now they go, oh, they're going to cry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You could slap a woman and nothing would happen. I love those days. And that kind of stuff was funny in 81.
Yeah.
82. But imagine him trying to do that now.
Imagine what it's like in 1565 or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when you set fire to your wife.
Remember when he set fire to the village of black people and they turned even blacker? Isn't that hilarious? Oh, wow, this guy's good. This guy's good.
Well, yeah. It's just, probably in 2,000 years ago it would have been, so anyway, they've nailed this guy on a cross. Nah, get out.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Kidding me.
Maybe that's what Jesus was. He was a stand-up. People miss it. Yeah, blessed are the poor. Yeah, right. Fuck the poor. But they edited that bit out.
A good Jesus joke is always good, I reckon.
I love good Jesus jokes. Yeah.
Matt King used to do that bit where he'd go, he thought Jesus was just sarcastic.
Yeah.
I'll turn water into wine.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing that. Of course I do. Yeah, every day.
I walk across water. Yeah, of course.
I like Andrew Portelli's routine about how everyone questions whether he was a son of God, but no one questions whether he was a tradie or not.
Yeah.
That's never questioned.
Did he have his license?
Yeah.
Was he practicing Lee? You know, the other thing is he was a carpenter, apparently.
Yeah.
You know, I used to do a line about, I wonder if Jesus was on the cross, he looked around and I thought, wow, this is good workmanship.
Yeah.
Good wood.
And Peter Halliday talks about Jesus at TAFE. You never hear about Jesus at TAFE. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
But what also too, he came back on Monday, which clearly wasn't an RDO.
Yeah.
You know, but it would have been because it was Easter. They always have an RDO on Monday.
Yeah, no, religion's it's such a good treasure trove of comedy material because it's already funny, really.
it is
Yeah,
funny.
unless you're in Saudi Arabia, where
Oh, yeah. They
How
have the
about
last
those
laugh.
Christians? How about those Christians? Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. What about Muhammad? Oh, where's
Oh,
my
yeah.
head gone?
Yeah.
I've just been decapitated.
You've got to be careful.
It's got to be very careful.
So what, are you doing the festivals next year, Akmal, or what touring are you doing?
I'm booked to do the festivals, but just between me and you, I don't have a new show.
You had some new stuff tonight.
But I did that in the festival this
Oh.
year. So I did all that new stuff. I had more new stuff, but that hour I did. That's the thing. People don't realize how long it takes.
Takes a while.
When was your last best of?
Best of was about 3 years ago, something like that. I did a best of because I had to. Because they book you and then you panic. You go,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna rip people off by saying it's a new. I in the blurb this year, because they always want to blurb, really.
Yeah.
Before you write the show, so I said, Akmal this year has come up with the best show title, and it's the best show title. All reviewers agree it's the best show title he's had for years. Fortunately, that's all he has at the moment.
What's the show title?
It's called Red Flags.
Oh, yeah, great.
So I thought I came up with this show. Now I need an hour of material.
That's a great idea.
That's all I need is another hour of jokes.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
are you doing Perth first, or?
Yeah, I'm doing Perth first. For those who don't know, Perth is great to go and just try new material.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's
Then Adelaide, then Melbourne.
well, I probably won't do Adelaide because I had a very stressful time in Adelaide. It's in a tent.
Yeah,
All the comedy's done in tents.
I know. It must be just like Arabia.
Just like back home. If only we had a couple of camels outside,
Yeah.
that would be great.
I know,
Fantastic.
just You and the scouts.
Yeah.
Were you born
That's
in a
why
tent?
I feel at home because I was a scout.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Akmal's been on. No, I should ask you the questions we ask everyone. What went well tonight? Akmal and Brad, what went well, Akmal?
Well, I think most of it went well. There's a couple of I made this girl was texting in the audience, and I said, "What are you texting?" She said, "I have to text work." And I said, "Wow, how important is your work? What do you do?" Belittling what she does, and then she replied the worst possible reply. She said, "I work with disabled children."
Yeah.
All downhill from there for about 10 minutes.
So that's what went wrong actually. The next
That
question.
went- well, sometimes the comedy gods are not smiling on you, and they trap you. And even that wasn't my fault. It just turned the room for a few minutes.
You might have said, I presume you improved them.
Well, what I did say was, trying to save it, I said, wouldn't it be great if you were actually on an app, and an app that could actually make them less disabled? Like maybe in the future there'd be an app where you can just press it and someone's suddenly walking, or if they can't
my
walk.
God, yeah.
And it went even worse.
Did-
The first bit, it went even worse.
Did your words start to echo because you were so deep in the hole?
The echo was because of the silence. It's just have you ever done such a bad show that when you're getting off and coming down the stairs, this really did happen. I can hear my footsteps.
Yeah.
It's that quiet.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear the footsteps.
Yeah.
Oh, miserable. Brad,
I'm going to hear people seething. Yeah.
any organisational hazards get in the way? Well, I think we were talking about the PA, the speaker. No good.
Yeah.
That speaker, I think we should get a new speaker there.
Well, this is not really a speaker. It's more like a little sort of Tandy Electronics radio transistor thing. I mean, people underestimate, just the basics. What you need is to be seen and to be heard. That's all.
Yes, and and
We were seen, but I'm not sure how well we were heard, because it makes a big difference to have a good PA, doesn't it? Like,
Well, I didn't use PA for a bit of it.
that's
and,
true. And that's why you're losing your voice now.
Well, no, that's because I smoked the longest cigarette in the world for 40 years.
Oh, that's why, yeah.
I think logistics-wise, this is a Melbourne thing at the moment, is that traffic is so bad in Melbourne that you kind of can't. You don't have much cut time, but you can get stuck and you're going to be late. And it was good in a way because some of the people when we walked in there were pointing at their watches, which shows a friendly, jovial audience, if you like.
Yeah.
But by the same token, you could do without the stress of the publican ringing you. Are you close?
Yeah, where are you? Wish you did.
Yeah.
And how can we do better next time?
Well, bring your own PA.
Yeah, I've got one.
And
Bought it.
maybe bring a different audience.
yeah, we'll be back.
They were actually very good. They were a good audience.
I thought it was such a good show. I didn't have anything to improve it.
Oh, there we go.
And we got a free meal. That's always good.
Yeah, the food's good.
The food's fantastic, and it's always good when you get, they admire what we do so much to say, you don't even have to pay for your fish.
Like Jesus.
Yeah, just like that. That's you've reached a good level of fame when they go, the beer's on us.
Yeah, exactly.
Just the one beer.
Yeah.
Don't go nuts.
And Akmal, where can people find you on your socials? You're on Facebook and that, aren't you?
Man, I'm old.
Does someone put it on for you though?
Yeah, someone does it for me, just like the rest of my life. Someone does something. I'm on Facebook, but
He's actually sitting on my lap in the car.
Yeah, I'm like a little.
The chair wasn't comfortable enough for him.
Yeah, I'm sitting on Brad's lap.
Well, have a look for Akmal.
You don't ask where he has his hand.
No.
This is how I talk now.
Yeah,
Oaksy, you've written a book on comedy, which is excellent. I've been reading on how to do stand-up comedy. How can people get that?
You can just message me on Facebook at the moment. I think message me on Instagram as well, just saying I'm interested in your book. I believe it's absolutely a bargain for $20. It's not a book. It's a guide. Right?
It's a guide.
Yeah.
It's
What's the classic bit of, if you could give one bit of advice to an up and comer, what would that be?
Okay, off the top of my head, I would say that being funny is a given, right? But you're gonna learn how to do that. But what you need to really get about comedy is it's embedded in communication, and the better you can communicate, the better you can get your joke across.
Oh wow, you heard it first. It's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Hopefully that got across.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Telstra ad. Better you can communicate. No, that's
that's true.
Very true.
Yeah, and then people ring me and you can't get through for 25 minutes, just like a Telstra ad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys. And I'm doing Perth Fringe, Adelaide Fringe, Melbourne, and Brisbane Comedy Festival.
What room are you in Perth?
Oasis.
Oasis. I'm in Perth.
That's the Brisbane hotel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Brisbane Hotel. Oh, it's a great room. It's awesome.
Where are you?
I'm doing Rosie O'Grady's.
Oh, that's a good venue.
Yeah.
We all know that. That's very good.
Northbridge.
I did Rosie O'Grady's. They had a late night showcase show. You know, they got this in their downstairs room. They got this stage that's really high.
Yeah.
And I finished, and I was a little bit pissed, right? Which saved my life because I went off stage the wrong way and went through a curtain. And
That's right. I remember that. I was there.
I fell nearly 3 meters. Right.
Yeah. I tell you, I don't know.
It's hilarious.
I've had a few stage accidents. I know we're wrapping it up.
No, you tell me.
But I've got to tell you this. This happened a few years ago. I was at the Victoria Hotel in Melbourne.
Yeah.
The Victoria Hotel downstairs. It's like a 300.
Good room. It's a good room.
Is that the engine room? The boiler room? That's the boiler room.
No, it's
about
a big
300
one.
Seater.
Yeah,
And this is when I was quite famous, and I did 2 shows in one night.
Wow.
It doesn't happen very often anymore. But I had the worst flu. The worst flu I've ever had. I was with Joel Osborne was opening for me, and we were traveling together. And just during the comedy festival, right? worst flu. I got up and just managed to do it. Now, you reminded me of, you saying somewhere there's a place where people piss, the homeless people piss.
Yeah.
So the Victoria Hotel downstairs, people piss on the street and it trickles down and it comes down and there's always a puddle of piss backstage.
Oh, yeah.
know where I
I know what you
talking
mean. I've done that room. Yeah.
You've done that room, right? But to go into the backstage...
I did that room when I was popular. I remember. It's a great room.
Yeah, it's a great room, right?
Public piss room.
If you don't mind the piss and the cave, you got to go through this cave, right?
Yeah.
I had the worst flu. I almost cancelled the show, but I thought, no, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to, do it. I got through the first show, and I'm going towards backstage, and I hit my head, and I've still got the scar here to prove it. I hit my head on the wall, so I had the flu, and I knocked myself out, unconscious.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I fell on the ground, lying into the puddle of piss, right? Like so my back is covered with piss, and I've got the worst flu I've ever had. And I regained consciousness. My face is covered in blood, and the staff, all the staff are all around me, going, "Are you all right, man? Should we call an ambulance?" And meanwhile, the second show audience are coming in.
Oh,
They said,
God.
"Do you want to cancel?" I said, "Oh no, they're coming in. I'll do it. So they bandaged my head and gave me a beanie to cover. And I have to get back on stage, do the second show with my back soaked in piss. Homeless people's piss. So I smelt the piss. I've got the worst flu, and I'm getting through it. Somehow I'm getting through the show. I'm getting laughs despite all the adversities. And then about 10 minutes into my act, the blood starts to trickle.
Oh, no.
Right? So it's just
That's macabre.
blood just coming down on my face. And people thought I was fucking around, like I was doing it as a
A
joke.
bit, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know why I remembered that story, but I use this as therapy.
Yeah.
Show business.
And people go, "Oh, look, he's pretending he's bleeding." And I'm going, "Oh, my." I went home, man. That was on a Saturday, so I cancelled the following night. And, and I washed the shirt.
I did one where we were filming for one of those Comedy Channel shows. I mean, remember the one Marty Shear got?
Headliners.
Headliners, yeah.
And I was talking to this comedian backstage before I went on, and he said, "You're so relaxed. Why are you so relaxed?" I said, "There's just no point in not being relaxed, man. You just got to be cool about this." And he said, "Really?" I said, "Look, a comet could hit the planet, and you wouldn't have to do this. There's no point." And he goes, "I wish I could be that cool." I said, and then they came out and said, "Mr. Otis, you're on." And I said, "No worries." And I walked through a curtain, and I hit my head on a fucking iron bar, and like you, I went down like a bag of shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Because the adrenaline's pumping too.
And nobody saw it. I was just inside these velvet curtains, so I stood up. I walked down stage like I'm semi-conscious. Right? And if you ever see it, right, I've got a big red mark on my forehead, right? Yeah. And I do. It's only a 7-minute spot.
And how did the show go?
The show went all right, but all I could think was at the time was I really hoped the comedian didn't see it, because I went from being super cool to being so
concussion.
Uncool. Yeah. And isn't it funny? That's the only thing I could think of was at the time I was like, I really hope nobody saw that. And I'm not explaining this big and it would have looked like I'd been hit with a tire iron across my thigh.
Tough. Now we should do a podcast with comedy injuries.
Comedy injuries,
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's it for the podcast. Thanks for coming on, Akmal and Brad.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
And, we'll see you next time on the Debrief.
The Brad Scared Comedy Guide.
Comedy Guide by the Comedy Guide.
One guide.